So, all right, everybody, welcome to Dirt Behind the Scenes. Tonight, I am joined by, I like to call him, he is the people's racer. He's a man of the people, Kyle Strickler, the high side tickler. How you doing, Kyle?
Doing great. Doing great.
Hey, first question I want to ask you tonight is about that rap. So, obviously, I know where that rap came about. Would you mind explaining it to the people out there who might not know the backstory? I mean, you don't have to, but I love the rap and I love how you guys tied all that into that deal.
Yeah, I mean, first, I definitely want to say it's in no way, shape, or form a shot at any type of law enforcement or whatever. I 100% support all of them, and it's kind of, I mean, the whole deal at Florence. I ended up getting arrested for a public intox, which was really, I got arrested for being a smartass. If if I actually they could charge me, that's what it was, but. I mean, the cops are definitely uh, at Florence, especially because there's known for fights to break out, and it turned into a bad deal. So, sober me the next day realized that they were really just trying to help and just try to get me back to my rig without getting in a fight and really Robbie Hensley and I were just talking. It wasn't heated, but um, it's I guess from the cops' perspective, it probably could have been way worse. So they asked me to go back to the rig a couple times, and um, finally on the third time, they asked me if I was a race car driver, and I should probably be in bed or be heading back to the rig. And I said, "Why do you want an autograph?" And I went to sign the cops' bulletproof vests, which don't do that. They don't like when you touch them or reach in your pocket and pull something out. The last thing they thought I was going to do was pull out a Sharpie. Um, so yeah, they dropped my ass and arrested me and took me to jail. Um, they are
And
100% real cops. It was not some Paul Blart Mall cops. They were legit real cops.
oh, I seen the comments on there. People's call them what rent a cops and uh, special security forces.
Yeah,
The thing I'm most disappointed about is I still have not seen a video surface of that incident happening. And brother, boy, I would have liked this. I would have just liked to seen a video of that whole interaction, the look on the cop's face. I think it would have
yeah.
been.
Which I'm surprised. I mean, as many people, and that's kind of, I think a lot of people didn't even realize that that was what was going to happen because we were literally just, at the big pit party they have it at Florence every year at the North South 100. Um, and yeah, before I know it, I was in handcuffs in the back of the sheriff car, and that's identical to the one that we done the rap for. So I wish I could find out what the sheriff's name was that drove me to the jail because I mean he was a really nice guy and I was pissed off at the time, but he's like, look, it's like a speeding ticket pretty much, public intox it was a $25 fine and a $100 court cost. Um, but
Yeah, not
yeah,
bad.
it made for a good story, and
Yes.
um, he actually told people that the arresting or the guy that took me to jail. He actually said that I was one of the funniest guys that he's ever arrested, and was we were like talking the whole time and making jokes the whole time there. So um, it'd be cool if we could get the guys to come out to the dome and maybe they could walk out there in my intro with have me in handcuffs that I can get out of this time.
Yeah. I listen. I do think you need a group photo with all the fine ladies and gentlemen of the Boone County Sheriff's Department. I just think that would top it all off right there, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for whatever. Like I said, they're uh 99% of the time they're there to make sure that everybody's safe and protect everybody. The last thing Florence Speedway or any racetrack wants to happen is a huge brawl break out and somebody actually get hurt when we're all just trying to have fun. So the cops are there, and that's why they have real sheriffs, deputies there, and real cops there because Florence is known for fights breaking out. So
It gets a
um,
little wild.
it does. So yeah, so they're there for our safety and to make sure that nothing happens, nobody gets hurt. So um, yeah, I'm all for it. If they see this or see any of the stuff on social media and come out to St. Louis or wherever, I'd love to do a picture and do all the stuff we can to have some fun with it.
Now, do you know whether or not anybody from their sheriff's office has seen that picture yet?
I don't know. Like I said, I could probably go back and look at my paperwork that they gave me. It probably has the arresting officer on there, but yeah, I don't know if they have. I'm sure that maybe somebody will know somebody and it'll send it to them eventually. But
Yeah.
but yeah, the comment section is pretty funny. So I think the best one I've seen so far is somebody asked if there was room for Barry Braun to ride with me.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
So about that, before we get on the topic of Gateway Dirt Nationals, you still have not been paid, correct?
Have not been paid a dime yet, and still haven't
Uh,
got the trophy.
I can't believe, I mean, it's one thing to take a man's check, but to take the damn trophy,
Yeah, that sucks. He said, "Why would you want a trophy for a race you haven't got paid for yet?" And then, I mean, he said he was going to give me the trophy and the money. So he still says that he's trying to work on something to get me paid, and God
well,
willing, I hope he does.
I hope he does as well. And I hope the same goes for, the other drivers that are owed money. I just hope he's at least able to get square with everybody and, just move forward and, so talking about the wrap, and obviously, we're up on one of the biggest weekends in dirt racing, period. To me, it feels like the biggest. And, I know me and you have talked a little bit about this race. What would it mean to you to win, the Gateway Dirt Nationals?
It would definitely be awesome to go there and win and run good. Um, I think it is by far the biggest event in dirt racing in the world, the biggest ever, and it keeps on growing every year. So this year, for whatever reason, maybe because I didn't race it the last couple of years, since I'm involved in it, it just seems like everybody and their brother is talking about this race coming up, and there's just a ton of media attention and a ton of people doing special wraps this year. I think they're going to crush all the attendance records and merchandise sales and all that stuff that makes this event absolutely awesome. Um, I think that it wouldn't compare to me like uh, the World 100 or the Dream or one of the big crown jewels at Eldora would still be my biggest race that I want to win. But this is, I think, by far the best event, as far as where it's everything together, where you got, the perfect setting with it being in the dome and the perfect time of year where everybody's watching. You get all walks of life from the racing industry to come and watch it. And the exposure is second to none. And with it being in the inside the dome, you get a lot of people that want to come just hang out. And being right downtown, you get everybody going out to the bars afterwards and hanging out. And the whole entire racing community is there and just seems to want to have a good time and really enjoy short track dirt racing.
Hey, Kyle, I just want to let you're cutting out a little bit there, bud. I don't know if it's your service or what.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be good. I mean, I got a good signal. I don't know if it's my AirPods or whatever.
Well, so that was my next question. Was obviously where do you rank the Gateway Dirt Nationals? And obviously, we both think that it's up there. Like I've told multiple people this. I truly feel like it's WrestleMania for dirt racing. It is the biggest show. And, I know a lot of people are going to have, a problem with this, but I agree. I feel like excitement and hype, it has taken place of the World 100. I feel like it's kind of bumped the World 100 down a little bit. Now, I'm not saying as a pure race, it has replaced the World 100 because that, the mystique and all of that with the World 100, the prestige that comes with that, it is next level. That's the tippy top. But in terms of hype and media coverage, I just truly feel like it has it's taken over. It is number one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, as far as attention and eyes on this race, and the amount of views that it gets, and people are just paying attention to it. It is, I think, far surpassed the World 100. You know, when it comes to, like I said, winning a race that has more prestige, I think that the World 100 and the Crown Jewels at Eldora especially are a bigger races to win. But when it comes to eyes on a race and being the number one, I guess, race for engagement and total people, I think it's by far the best deal out there. And like I said, it's just a different deal, and there's nothing else like it. And it's taken a few years to get to this point, and Cody Summers has done an awesome job. And it's kind of crazy to think that, like, people weren't really sure about how this whole deal was going to work in the beginning. And now I think it's what, eight years down the road, or however many years it is, has turned into the biggest event throughout the entire season.
Yeah, I truly, I feel like if there was ever one of our races, and again, this isn't no disrespect towards the World 100 or any crown jewel at Eldora Speedway, but I feel like if there was ever a dirt race that, you know, was going to be, say, on Fox 1 or Fox Sports or something like, you know, something of that sort, I feel like the Gateway Dirt Nationals would be the absolute perfect event. I feel like it's the kind of event that can draw in new people to the sport. I mean, do you
Yeah,
agree?
and mainstream sponsors, and I feel like this is a huge step in headed that direction to where dirt racing is becoming mainstream. So I love it. I love everything about it. And like I said, most of it is a show, but that's what people want to see. Some people want to go see the altercations and the people running into each other and the fight and yelling and screaming at each other. We're, at the end of the day, we're showmen. We're supposed to go out there and do all that stuff. So I feel like when you go to a place like Eldora, you're under so much pressure to be the professional racer that it's hard to really show your true feelings sometimes, or sometimes something happens that you're so upset about that making it a show or being part of that, you know, is the last thing on your mind. So I think with this event, yeah, we're still racing for really good money, but it's all about putting a show on and advancing our sport of dirt racing into the mainstream.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, you know, looking past the Gateway Dirt Nationals, you know, this is the last thing I want to talk to you about tonight. What does your future look like? Are you gonna still continue, you know, modified late model racing? What's happening with the late model program? You know, is that something that you're really going to buckle down and focus on next year with AK?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to. Um, Austin and I have talked a bunch about plans for next year. I think we're going to try to do Volusia for Speed Weeks with the late model and the modified. I want to do some testing in the short off season time that there is, if we can, um, and try to run more late model races next year. I really do enjoy late model racing. I feel like it's the highest level of dirt racing that there is to be. So, of course, that's where I think I belong and want to be. But I also, on the other hand, I really do love modified racing, and it's kind of been my bread and butter, and how I made my name and how I got to where I am. So hopefully we can get some more help sponsorship wise and crew wise. Like I made the joke that we're over here working poor Fireball to death. He's like, I think he's like 175 in BloomQuest years. It's so we need to get him some help, but he's working his ass off, and he'll be at the dome having a great time. And then I think Patches is another BloomQuest guy that's coming to the dome with us and went with us to Volusia for the Ruderman race last week. And yeah, so hopefully we can just put some guys together and get some guys that can do some traveling. But I definitely want to do some more of that regional late mile stuff, and then still hit all the big super late mile races that I love to. The Charlottes, the Eldoras, the places that I really like going to. So yeah, so we'll see how it all goes. And right now we got that one car and one late model motor, and then we have a bunch of modified stuff too. So we'll see what we do. I know that I don't want to be on the road traveling for months at a time like I was last year. It was a lot, but we ran a lot of races and won a good bit of races and had a blast doing it. But it's just so much traveling with your kids getting older. It's hard to be on the road for a month at a time.
Oh yeah, yeah. The kids grow faster. You blink your eyes, man, and it's just like they sprout like weeds, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, I have. It seems like just yesterday I moved down here, and now I have a 15-year-old daughter. Well, she turns 15 in December, and my son is 9. So it's crazy. It's time flies right by if you don't take the time to spend the time with them. Before you know it, they'll be all grown up, and you missed out on so much.
Oh yeah. Well, Kyle, I want to wish you the best of luck. You got one badass looking hot rod. It's probably one of my damn favorite cars. The only thing you're missing is the light bar.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the only
yeah.
thing. But
I think I might be able to talk to Cody Summers. Maybe he'll let me put one of those old school strobe lights that they used to have on the old cop cars on top of it, and I can just have it on under cautions or whatever. But
I would
yeah,
love
I think
that.
that would be the cherry on top for sure. But
Oh yeah.
make sure everybody goes and buys some merchandise and supports it. And like I said, we're there to have a fun time, and the fan interaction is second to none at this event. I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why um, it makes it such a huge event, because I mean it's always easy to go hang out and go down to the pits after the races with the dirt racers, but now we're right on top of each other, and the fans have so much interaction with the drivers and then hanging out afterwards. Like I said, this event is I think one of the coolest ones that they had in the history of dirt racing, and I feel like it's largest one we have for as far as exposure. So everybody go check out the merch for the new badass sheriff car, and we'll be there to hang out and sign autographs. And hopefully I won't get arrested this time, and hang out with all the great dirt fans.
Now, your merchandise will be available at the Race Ranch trailer, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Race Ranch, and shout out to Matt at Race Ranch, and also Jimmy Shields with Dirt Rat. They did a badass job with this. I've been with Jimmy Shields has done a lot of my raps for a long time now, and he really knocked this one out of the park. And Matt will be selling a bunch of stuff there too, so it'll be a perfect storm.
Yep, they did a badass job. Well, like I said, brother, good luck to you, man. It is always fun getting to talk to you, and I'll be watching you out there. Don't get in trouble, big dog.
All right, I'll try not to. And thanks to everybody that really helped me out throughout the year too. I want to make sure I give a shout out to Charlie with Charlie Donaldson, which is one of my partners, and G-Man with G Style Transport. So those guys have been with me for a long time, and then Jervis Fox, Jervis Shock Service, and Fox Shocks, and all those guys have helped me out a ton this year. And we'll see. We'll see you on the road, and hopefully things keep on trending upward.
All right, brother. Well, hey, you have a great weekend, and I wish you safe travels, Kyle.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll see you
around. All right, later, brother.